Okay, good morning. Today we'll have discussion on services under negative list and we'll close service tax. Okay, so on tomorrow, is there class tomorrow? Comfortable? You? Okay. Can't you manage for one day? Actually, tomorrow is holiday. You know that? Tomorrow is a holiday. That's why you ask. Sir, tomorrow is holiday, sir. Please leave me, sir. Okay, then I will take class. Okay, please manage here because so that we can complete the syllabus smoothly without having any tensions, last minute tension. Okay, fine. First of all, we will see some specific services and then we will go to negative list. In this, the very first service, already we have discussed works contract service. We have discussed it in detail. And then we have construction services. In construction service is specified in the declared services list. Okay, if you see there, the declared service entry B reads this way. Construction of a complex building, civil structure or part thereof, including a complex or building intended for sale to a buyer, wholly or partly, except where the entire consideration is received after issuance of completion certificate by the competent authority. Everyone will have a doubt, sir, construction is with respect to immobile property and why service tax will be levied in that case? Actually, it is sale of immobile property. Correct? On sale of immobile property, even there is no sales tax. Am I right? On sale of immobile property, there is no even sales tax. Then how come service tax can be levied on it? It is a question. So that's why they are telling, if you receive any amount before sale, that portion is liable to service tax. This is the intention. If you receive any amount before sale of the property, then that amount is liable to service tax. Okay. See what is that they are telling? Construction of a complex building, civil structure or part thereof, including a complex or building intended for sale to a buyer. Okay, what these builders will do? They will construct, and whenever they are constructing, that will be sold to one buyer. Apartments, correct? 2 BHK, 3 BHK apartments, all these will come here. Except where the entire consideration is received after issuance of completion certificate by the competent authority. If the entire consideration is received after issuance of completion certificate, that is, once the building is done and then if the sale happens, how do we know whether the building is done or not? The competent authority will issue a completion certificate, then only the building is completed. After that, if you effect any sale and if you receive money, which means that it is not service, it is sale of immobile property. But before completion itself, what these builders are doing now, they are putting one graphic image and they are telling 2 BHK starting at 20.9 lakhs, starting at 30 lakhs. So, and they will tell the project will be completed after 1 year. The project will be completed after 2 years. Now you don't want to pay the full amount. You please pay only 25% of the amount. If you pay 25% of the amount, then balance 75, some 50% at a later stage, and at the time of delivery 25%. Okay, what is this? This is a kind of business model which is going on right now. So they are not building it with their money and they are selling it to you. So they are taking money from you and they are using that money for the purpose of construction. Okay, this is how it goes. There are many. So today if you see Amar Prakash builders, so they are announcing that 2 BHK is available at 30 lakhs. Okay, in Krompet or somewhere near Meenambakam airport. Okay, so what's all these things? So I just asked, I was very curious to know. So I asked them when the property will be completed. They are telling it will be somewhere in the beginning of 2016. So 2014, 2015, 2016 beginning only I will get the property. But now itself I have to pay some 50%, means 15 lakhs. So wherein the bank will arrange the loan. So I have to pay from now onwards EMI. You understood? So in this case, this consideration is treated as service. Okay? That's what this declared service. Even though it is not service, but it is deemed to be service. That's why it is kept in the declared list. Now see here. See some FAQs. If the builder, instead of receiving consideration for the sale of an apartment, receives a fixed deposit which it converts after completion of building into sale consideration, will it amount to receiving any amount before the completion of service? Understood? They are developing a colorable device. What is this colorable device? Okay, if I receive a sale consideration, then only you have a problem. Okay, I will ask him to make a fixed deposit. On the basis of fixed deposit, I will take loan. Understood? On the basis of this fixed deposit, I will take loan. In whose name the fixed deposit should be? It should be in my name. Then I will take loan on that fixed deposit and I will use it. And as and when I feel the building is completed, then I will convert this fixed deposit into sale consideration and I will pay my loan. Understood? Even some builders are doing this and they have done this as and when this declared list came. No, department is clearly telling this is a colorable device. The point here is consideration should not move from the service recipient to the service provider before completion. Okay. Next, in certain states, the requirement of completion certificate are waived off for certain specified types of buildings. How would leviability of service tax be determined in that case? Requirement is not there. In some states, it is not compulsorily or mandatorily required that you have to obtain a completion certificate. But for the purpose of service tax, there are many architects and chartered engineers. So from the chartered engineer or an architect, you should obtain a completion certificate. Okay. Even though there is no mandatory requirement on your part as per the local laws of that state, but you should obtain a completion certificate. Okay, who will give? There are many authorities, not necessarily a competent authority of state government, but there are private authorities like independent professionals, architect, chartered engineer. Even if you obtain certificate from them, that is sufficient. Okay, here the onus of proof is on the service provider. Department simply will ask, okay, the entire amount I will treat as service. So you have to prove, sir, no sir, see the amount received date. The amount has been credited into my bank account on this date. And this is the date of completion certificate. So the amount got credited only after issuance of completion certificate. Okay, so the consideration is received after completion certificate. So please disallow that for the purpose of levy of service tax. Got it? So you have to prove that. Next. Here I have a doubt. The word used is except where the entire consideration is received after issuance of completion certificate by the competent authority. If part of the consideration is received before and part of the consideration received after, the entire amount is liable for service tax. The entire amount is liable for service tax. So the builder should be very careful. He should not receive even 1 rupee from the service recipient. Okay. Just this processing charges he may receive for registering in his name. Okay. That is one type of contract that can be done. What is that? Suppose if I am starting building construction now, I can enter into an agreement with that person that in future he should buy. If he is not buying, then I can specify the damages. That is done. That is separate. That is not a sale of immovable property here or any service. Okay, that is a contractual obligation on that part, because the builders, they should have a security. Tomorrow after construction, they will be investing crores and crores of rupees. Tomorrow after construction, they should not wait, because for every 1 day delay, they have to pay interest, right? Until completion, okay sir, until completion it is the cost. But thereafter, once the completion is over, the completion of construction is done, then thereafter they will be taking loans, heavy loans or borrowings from outside. They have to pay interest until it is being sold to some other person. Now if you see, there are very big property developers, ETA, Vijay Shanti. What these people are doing? They are entering into a different kind of model altogether. They will take land. Suppose, say, our friend is having some 5 acres of land somewhere in Chennai, heart of Chennai. So, what these property developers say, ETA, you know these ETA developers? Belonging to Gulf country. The office is in city center. Okay, what these ETA developers will do? So, the ETA star, I think you will be heard about this if you see outside. Fine. So these property developers will come and approach our friend. See, you have land. Can you build an apartment on it? And can you sell it at a nice price? He will tell, no, I cannot. I have a land, but I am not that competent enough to build and to sell it. I don't have that much of marketing. Okay, fine. I will take your land, construct an apartment, and what will be the value of your land? Say 5 crores or 10 crores. Okay, 10 crores is the value. I will construct apartments. Okay, and I will give you 3 apartments worth rupees 5 crores each to you. You take the 3 apartments. You give your land. In return, I will give you 3 or 4 apartments. Okay, so you are in a win-win situation. That person is getting 4 apartments. Even if he resells it, he will be getting a nice price, more than the value of land. What is the advantage to me? Land does not belong to me, but on that, only 4 apartments I am giving. But how many apartments I will construct? Some 20 apartments I will construct in it. Correct? So in these 20 apartments, I will sell the balance 16 apartments. Understood? So first they will do the construction and then they will think of selling. Now in this case, what happens? They are investing huge amount and for every 1 day delay, there is a problem. Correct? But this point is not considered here. They are telling, if you want to make it as a sale of immovable property, not even 1 rupee or a part of consideration should be received before completion of service. If any part is received, automatically the entire amount will become service. Okay? Next, we have certain exemptions with respect to construction services. What are those exemptions? See there. Services provided to the government or local authority or a governmental authority by way of construction, erection, commissioning, installation, completion, fitting out, repair, maintenance, renovation, alteration. So anything, not necessarily construction. Construction will be always with respect to new properties. Okay, repairs, maintenance, all these things of what? A civil structure or any other original works meant predominantly for use other than for commons, industry or any other business profession. What is it? For charitable organization, if you are doing any construction activity, then that service may be taxable. Why it is taxable as per declared services? Maybe you will be receiving the amount before completion of service. That is before completion of construction. Now, the exemption entry tells as the construction is not for the purpose of business or profession. It is to a charitable institution. Other than business or profession means who is left? Only charitable organizations or government. In that case, the exemption is available. So, no need to pay service tax. Understood? First of all, you should know when it is taxable. When it is taxable, before completion certificate, if you are receiving any amount, then the entire amount is taxable. Entire amount means entire contract amount. Okay. Then we will talk about the exemptions. The first exemption is this. Second, a historical monument, archaeological site or remains of national importance, archaeological excavation or antiquity specified under ancient monuments or archaeological sites. What is this? Can we call our secretariat as a piece of monument? Can we call it as a piece of monument? Will it stand in the future? No, not all these things. All these things which are in the present will not be called as monuments. Something which was there in the past, and for that if you are doing any renovation, then that will be called as renovation of many monuments. Okay. So if you see in the latest news also, somewhere in Gujarat they found out Dwarka, the place where Lord Krishna ruled. Okay. So this they are doing renovation. Okay. So what is this? If you are providing any services with respect to it, it is not taxable. It is exempted. Okay. Next. Say if there is a person who is mere construction contractor, whatever the amount he receives, whether he is liable to pay service tax on it. Sir, you have a property, everything is yours, you are supplying material, you are supplying labor, everything you are doing. I am just a contractor, construction contractor, an engineer, a civil engineer. I am designing a blueprint for you, and I am supervising the work.